Cajun Creole Shrimp Tacos. Woo, you know they're gonna be good. The first thing we want to do to get started on our Cajun Creole Shrimp Tacos, we got to get our Traeger griddle fired up. Now this is the all-new Traeger Flatrock. I've seasoned it about 6 times, as you should. And so now you can see it's got a propane sensor on it. This thing is great with the wide shelves here. This thing is so sturdy. I will say that I do like this grill so far, but I have not cooked on it at all. So you're going to follow me along today as we cook on it for the first time. But looking at the cooking chambers here, when you look inside, this thing has divided heat chambers here. And so I can toast my buns over here, my bread, and cook on the other 2 sides and never worry about it. That's the one key thing I like about it. And also it's got wind deflectors built in. It's not gonna deflect your flame or anything like that. So I do think that's pretty cool. All right, now I'm ready to fire everything up. It's pretty simple on the Flatrock. All you do is turn the knob and press ignite. And you can see when your light comes on, you know it's lit. I'm gonna leave this side cool for now, just simply because that's where I'm gonna toast my tortillas at. All right, the first thing we wanna do before we even get our shrimp seasoned, in my opinion, is make the coleslaw. You know the flavors has gotta marry. We need to get it back in the fridge as soon as we make it. This coleslaw is really simple and really easy. We're gonna take a 10-ounce bag of angel hair coleslaw mix, get it in. Now, I prefer the angel hair myself. I don't like chunky coleslaw. Then I'm going to use 1 cup of pineapple tidbits. You can use more if you like, it's completely up to you. This is where the recipe gets a little crazy. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on. I'm going to say about a teaspoon. Now, I've got some Killer Hogs Mississippi white sauce here. So I'm going to get that poured on. That's probably 1/3 of a cup if I had to guess. Now, I'm gonna take a little bit of this red wine vinegar here, say a couple, maybe 1 tablespoon. Pour 1 tablespoon in here, and I'm gonna clean my rest of my dressing out of my bottle here. Get that shook up, get it throwed on. Now, juice of half a lime. Now, you know we gotta have a little bit of that garlic jalapeno rub. Now, if you want to make this slaw a little bit spicier, you can always add fresh jalapeno, chopped up, diced up. Pickled jalapeno is completely up to you. Now, let's get this tossed around and get it in the fridge. All right, I'm going to start off with about 1 pound of shrimp. So I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil here, just a little bit, or actually that's grape seed oil. I'm gonna use that other half of that lime up, get a little bit of lime juice in this shrimp. Now, that Cajun Creole garlic butter. You wanna get it layered in there. Now, I know it may seem like we're putting a lot in, but by the time you mix it around and what sticks in the bowl and when you throw it on there, it's not gonna be that much. Now, just for a little bit of added kick though, I am gonna come back with a little bit of that garlic jalapeno rub. Now, we're just gonna let our shrimp hang out while our grill comes to temp, and we're gonna be ready to make these tacos. All right, before we even cook our shrimp off, you can see I've kind of turned down my burners here to medium heat. I wanna go ahead and get my tortillas warmed up. You know, they're not pliable when they're cold really or anything like that, and let's face it, tortillas are better when they're warm. So I've got a warming dish here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them down on my Traeger Flatrock, get them toasted up, get them back in here, and then we're gonna cook some shrimp. All right, we've increased our heat back up to almost high. Now I'm gonna come in here and I wanna oil my griddle right here where I'm gonna cook these shrimp. All right, let's get this shrimp down. Now it's easier when you use 2 spatulas to kind of spread everything out. You just wanna push everything down where it can get a nice sear on one side. Now remember, this shrimp's not gonna take long, probably only 2 to 3 minutes, and it's gonna be done. Now our shrimp have been cooking up almost 2 minutes, and I'm gonna tell you, I think they're about where they need to be, so I'm gonna get them in my clean bowl here. Let's let them cool, and we're gonna be ready to make some tacos. All right, now that our shrimp is off the grill, you can see that that did not take long at all. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna have to taste test this before I build these tacos to make sure the flavor is just where we wanna be. We own the money. All right, let's take some of these tacos here. Can you see how nice and pliable they are now? Let's get about 3 of them out here. The first thing we wanna do, I will tell y'all, that shrimp has got a nice spicy bite to it. So this coleslaw's got a kick to it too, but those pineapple, it's gonna calm it down just a little, and it's gonna be a great array of flavors in your mouth. So let's get started here. Let's get on some shrimp. You know me, I gotta be generous with these tacos. All right, now that we got that down, let's get some slaw down. Don't forget to stir it around and toss it again. Now remember, you just don't wanna kill it with coleslaw, but you wanna make sure you get a little bit with every bite. Let's get a little bit of this fresh pico I made right here on this. I'm gonna tell y'all, these tacos are gonna be money. The smells coming from this board is incredible. I think that right there is gonna make one hell of a taco. I can't wait to taste it. Now, just to recap, let me tell you what I did. I took some tortillas on my new Traeger Flatrock, warmed them up first so they could steam in the container here. Then I took 1 pound of shrimp, tossed it in a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of grape seed oil, some of my Cajun Creole seasoning, and my garlic jalapeno rub. I then tossed up a coleslaw with a bag of coleslaw mix, angel hair that I prefer, some pineapple tidbits, a little bit of Mississippi white sauce from my good buddy Killer Hogs, and then I turned around and had some homemade Pico De Gallo. I built these tacos and there's only one thing left to do, and that's get in here and try one. Let's do it. Do not sleep on this recipe if you like a little bit of spice, an array of flavors in your mouth. That Pico De Gallo and that slaw with that pineapple in it, just honestly, oh, it just wraps this into another whole new world of a flavor bite. That's an incredible taco. I should have saved this for later. I mean, this recipe, this is incredible. Really good. If you like what we're doing on the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course, YouTube. I'll see you next week with another video.